Next up, Chris Eubank Jr. Let's rejoin MC Mark Burtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring from Brighton, Chris Eubank Jr.
Eubank Jr. with Senior right behind him. He's ever enjoying the moment. Doesn't look 47, does he? Chris Eubank Jr., 24 years old. And Ronnie Davis, his trainer, says without a doubt he will be a world champion. Well, against Alistair Warren, he took a few too many shots in those first two rounds before upping the pace in the third and getting the stoppage he wanted. Well-rehearsed Eubank mannerisms. One or two within the sport say maybe he should be more his own man. Chris is dancing right behind us with some extraordinary shoes on. Incredible shoes. I wonder if we can get a shot of his shoes at some stage. Those are just amazing. Here's Mark Burtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Warren in association with Chris Eubank Promotions, sponsored by Raynham Steel, are proud to present our next contest this evening. It's 8 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Firstly, please welcome, weighing in 11 stone, 2 pounds 8 ounces, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 22 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, with 16 KOs to his name. Wearing the blue shorts, hailing from Budapest, Hungary, please welcome Sandor Micsko. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red shorts and weighing in 11 stone, 10 pounds 1 ounce, with an unbeaten record of 13 wins, with 8 KOs to his name. Please welcome, from Brighton, Chris Eubank Jr. Your referee in charge of the action is Jeff Hines of Reading, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Gentlemen, join me. Okay, gentlemen, 8 rounds or less. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 3-minute rounds.
Well, we've seen 2 upsets tonight, surely not a third coming up. Sandor Micsko doesn't have a great form line. He was done in 2 rounds by John Ryder back in September 2009 at the Ali Pali. Boring and pretty average. Macklin, Murray and Saunders. They're going to love hearing that.
Yeah, it's not the most complimentary of things to say in what is one of our better divisions. Let's get it right. If not the best division we have.
Micsko dropped a technical points decision to Zoltan Sera on a cut. Sera, who was KO'd by Joe Selkirk for the WBO European strap. Nice uppercut.
He got some snap in his shots, haven't he, Eubank Jr.
Fight between Eubank Jr. and Billy Joe Saunders, for me, is a natural somewhere down the line. Provided, of course, he comes through this.
Well, there's no love lost between them two, is there? That's for sure. But having everything his own way so far in this round, he's very economical, isn't he, Eubank Jr.? But when he does let his hands go...
Look at the physique of the guy compared with Micsko. Maybe not quite got his father's shoulders, but you can see the DNA which he talks about.
I don't think he had his father's power, natural power either. But
No, it's not.
But he got other things that his dad haven't got. I think, you know, I think he's smoother with his work. I think he's technically a better boxer than his dad in many respects.
Well, I won't name names, but one of the prominent middleweights and super middleweights of the past told me he's going to be a lot better fighter when he stops trying to be his dad.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think all the posture and posing, you know, when he has his hands go, he looks class. Oh,
started well here.
The good uppercut there, hurtful uppercut from Eubank. I just think the further he goes up in class, you know, he's going to have to be busier with his shots.
Well, I guess that was an argument about Chris Senior. It was certainly significantly how Steve Collins ultimately got the better of him by making him fight for 3 minutes of the round.
Yeah, so you take people out of their comfort zone. Good shots there for Eubank. You see he got too much snap in his punches.
He's looked good in this opening round. And the southpaw Hungarian not posing too much of a threat. Do I hear one or two boos as he made the strut?
Well, he's gone for a walk around, hasn't he? That's why. I don't think it's to do with the action in the ring.
I don't know why they're there. Okay. Work that jab. Right. You start swishing to your left hooks. Right. Start cracking them shots into the body. Break him up. Okay, mate? You work that body, but most importantly, give it a jab off. The jab is nice. Just open that jab. And switch it to the left hook over the top, mate, okay? Don't forget the body, work that body. All right, son? Go in, sweep with small water, you're okay. All right? Keep nice and cool, nice and cool. Forget me, punch, don't waste nothing, all right?
Ronnie Davis and Chris Sandor in the corner, plenty of experience there, to put it mildly.
Just a bit.
Ronnie doesn't resort to slapping the younger Chris around like he used to his dad.
Just missed there with a whipping right hook across the mid-drift there, Eubank.
Oh, great shot, lovely shot, and that is it, fight over, left uppercut, and he's knocked him cold. Well, having said that he maybe hasn't quite got the punch, there's not too much wrong with that.
He looks phenomenal. When he lets his hands go, he looks so class, but he does nothing. He just does nothing, walks around, does nothing, and all of a sudden the explosive punches there, got a little bit of injection of pace in his work, and that's the result. The opponent's on the floor, knocked out.
Paramedics straight in there. And the posturing for the moment just ends while treatment is being given in the ring. Frank Warren, Chris Eubank, Francis Warren. Nice pair of specs as well. We didn't actually see this shoes, did we? But maybe not the appropriate moment, but a round of applause from the crowd as Micsko gets up off the canvas, sits down on a stool, and this is how the end came. It was a great shot.
Oh, brilliant work, wasn't it? Just an uppercut, wasn't it? I think it was a left uppercut in the end that got him. Just worked him over, though. All of a sudden, look at that, brilliant. He cut the ring off really well as well, didn't he, Eubank Jr.? Just didn't allow Micsko any room to move at all.
We've got big screens here, which the fans watch the replays on, and the oohs and ahs as they saw that.
That's more than power, that's good technique. That is,
speed.
He has good technique, yeah, you know, everything in that punch. Moved the guy onto the left uppercut. Listen, this kid got loads of skill, he got loads of talent. And he did what he did against a guy who, you know, this guy, right, he wasn't up against much, but he did what you had to do against a guy like that. And he got him out there in with nothing but dramatic fashion.
He got out of there, bigger tests going to be ahead, and you'd suspect that he's going to have bigger tests before too long. But it was spectacular. Second round knockout victory, and our master of ceremonies in a moment as the fighters come together, and happily Sandor Micsko has recovered okay, and here comes the confirmation of that second round knockout stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 43 seconds of the second round, your referee Jeff Hine to stop the contest. He deemed Sandor Micsko was in no position to continue. The winner in the blue corner from Brighton, Chris Eubank Jr.
14 wins out of 14.
A round of applause for the gallant Sandor Micsko.
Micsko brave but outgunned, and a brilliant left uppercut that finished it. Eubank Jr. continues unbeaten. He's going to need a sterner test though before too long, Jim.
Devastating punch though to end it, John. 14 unbeaten for Chris Eubank Jr. Impassive in the ring, impassive when the Hungarian was unconscious as well. After all the pictures, I'm sure he'll give us now with Alex.
Chris, you described some of the other middleweights in the UK as boring. How would you describe that performance?
This is the next generation. This is what the British public are going to be seeing a lot more of over the next year, and you know, it's just another day at the office for me.
Talk us through the finish.
You know, I've been working on my power. Uppercut caught him, and he was gone. So it's a shot that I've been practicing a lot in the gym, and it connected nicely tonight.
That's 6, I think, successive knockouts now. Is that definitely something you've been working towards with Ronnie in the gym?
Yeah, you know, every time I go back home, I watch the fights, I see what I can improve on. I'm in the gym every day. No one trains harder than me. No one's on the road as much as I am, and that's why I'm taking these guys out.
Let's bring in Ronnie Davis. Ronnie, he's, what, 14 fights now? How far off title contention is he? When can we see him in those sort of fights?
Well, I obviously discussed it with his father. I should make another 5. That'll be right, Chris. Another 5 fights. Yeah, yeah. He's ready now. You saw what he does. I know what he can do. I'm with him every day. He's a very powerful boy.
Does he take advice a bit better than Dad?
No. No.
Similar to manage?
No. I don't know. They're both the same in a lot of ways. They've got their own minds. Very strong-minded. I step back a lot of times and let him get on with it. He knows what he's doing, but I'm always there. I'm always there for him. So.
Critics will say, as you move up, perhaps you'll need to be busier. That's one thing that the people say. What would you say to them?
Of course, you know, at this stage in my career, I need to be fighting as much as possible. I only fought 3 times last year. This year we're looking to fight at least 6, 7 times. And hopefully I'll be out again May 10th. Excellent.
Let's bring in Dad. Looking very, very dapper, by the way, sir. You look terrific. You're looking very dapper tonight. How impressed by the performance?
One more time. The performance was devastating. I mean, this, in my view, like his entrance on tonight, is most probably the baddest boxing man in Europe by far, and soon to be the world.
Listen, interestingly, and you'll know about this, that there were cheers and there were a few boos in there as well. Is that something you're prepared for? Because it kind of goes with a shtick, doesn't it?
I got a lot of fans, and I got a lot of haters as well. Some people, they don't like the showmanship. They see it as arrogance, or they see it as me being a show-off. But I'm just putting on the show, and for me, you know, I'm not here for those guys. I'm here for the fans, and I'm here for me. They'll learn to love me once I start winning these titles.
Well, you're looking good, there's no doubt about that. And Kerry Hope was a possibility. Nick Blackwell's name keeps cropping up. Of course, Billy Joe Saunders, that's a fight further down the line. Are you ready now for those sorts of guys?
I've been ready for those guys, and as soon as my management team puts me in with these guys, puts them in front of me, I'm going to take them out, no different to the way I took this guy out tonight.
Message for Box Nation fans we've had a chance to see for the second time now?
It's for the second time, you know, and hopefully I'm going to be on, like I said, at least 5, 6 times this year. These performances are only going to get bigger and badder.
Enjoyed it. Well done.
Enjoyed it. There we go then, the baddest by far. You heard it from Chris Eubank Senior. When it comes to getting medals for handling awkward sportsmen, Ronnie Davis will be at the front of the queue.
Yep.
But listen, we said about him, can he walk the walk up there after talking the talk, and he will go back and he will replay the finish of this fight many times, and he will say, that was a very good left hook.
Yes, very much so. But honestly, you know, he does have talent. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that he does, the showmanship is a little extra for my taste, but some people like that. But he does have the ability. You can see he has the goods. It's just about just finishing it up, man. Just make sure you take your time and have fights. Have those fights. Stay busy and keep improving.
Yeah, he's a complete chip off the old block, like Eddie was saying about the showmanship and all that. He's a clone of his dad. If you ever look at, you know, the videos of his dad, he was a clone, and in the end, you know, it worked with people. You know, Alex asked there about, you know, the crowd. Some cheers, some boo. The dad polarised audiences, but you know what? He used to draw big audiences, 15,000 to Olympia, 20,000 to the Manchester
and
Arena.
about 20 million in front of the
ITV,
television
which
as
you
well.
know all about,
Don't
Jim,
worry
yeah.
about that. And his son knows where the camera is as well. So excellent performance from Chris Eubank Jr. Our top of the bill is still to come.